Is Brownsburg, Indiana, the hidden gem of the Midwest? What makes it tick, and what can make you think twice? Dive in with me as we uncover the vibrant life and the little quirks of living in Brownsburg. Hello everyone, I'm J.R. Honisch here in the beautiful town of Brownsburg. Whether you're considering making this place home or just curious about what life is like here, you've come to the right spot. Today, we're going to be breaking it down, not just the perks, but also peeling back the layers to reveal some of the drawbacks. We're talking community spirit, top-notch schools, and yes, those construction zones. Buckle up because this is going to be a fun and honest look at all things Brownsburg. Pro number one, this place isn't just a dot on the map, it's a safe haven, a community where everyone looks out for each other. So why do folks love it here so much? Let's jump right on in. First up, hats off to our incredible fire territory. These folks are pioneers in Indiana, setting up the first fire protection territory in the state. And they're not just about fighting fires, they're about preventing them with a stellar ISO Class 1 rating. That's the highest mark of safety excellence out there, folks. This means when you're tucking in at night, you're doing so with the utmost peace of mind. But safety in Brownsburg isn't all sirens and smoke. It's about fostering a community that knows how to look at itself. Every year, the fire territory rolls out the red carpet with their Community Safety Day. Imagine this, live demos that dazzle, fun-filled games, and a chance to shake hands with these very heroes who keep us safe. It's a day where learning about safety is as much fun as a walk in the park. And we certainly can't forget about our dedicated Brownsburg Police Department. These aren't your distant heroes. They are part and parcel of our community fabric. They keep our streets safe, sure, but they also throw one heck of a Halloween bash with the annual Trick or Treat night at the police station. Imagine that police station that's less about tickets and more about treats. Now, tying all this together, it's a strong sense of community that you feel just walking down the street. It's in the air, in every hello and exchange with a passerby here in Brownsburg. You're never just a face in the crowd, you're a part of a community that cares, with neighborhood watches, local clubs, and community groups that open their arms to newcomers and old friends alike. And folks, it's this blend of top-notch safety and warm community spirit that makes Brownsburg not just a place to live, but a place to thrive. So whether you're jogging early in the morning or catching a late movie, you feel secure and connected. That's the Brownsburg way, secure, spirited, and socially connected. Pro number two, education. All right, let's buckle up. We're gonna dive a little bit deeper into what makes Brownsburg schools truly outstanding. Now, my wife and I were scouting places to call home just a little over 16 years ago. We came upon this decision that said, well, when we go places and looking into the future, what's that gonna look like for the kids and where we wanna go? And we decided that Brownsburg was the place to be. We haven't looked back. We've been super excited about it, but they're not just launch pads for success. I mean, we're talking about 11 district with 11 schools that have over 10,000 students, and they're just setting these bars super high, over 99% graduation rates. So it's not just about graduating, it's about excelling in every possible arena. Let's talk about achievements because there's several of them, but the students here they're not just participating, but they're dominating at state levels. Boys track and field team, wrestling team, state champion, choirs, even the Winter Guard racking up trophies and accolades. But, the Brownsburg High School Univoice choirs, they've won multiple state championships. Just last year, our robotics team were competing nationally, showcasing innovation and teamwork. That's awesome. But what really sets Brownsburg apart is the commitment to diverse, comprehensive education, from advanced placement courses that, prepare these students for college, and specialized programs for future leaders, engineers, artists. Opportunities here are boundless. Robotics clubs, performing arts, and just a robust athletics program, ensures that every student can find their passion and pursue it. Our educators, they're the heart of our success. Passionate, dedicated, innovative. They just push these students, not just to meet standards, but to exceed in them. With continuous professional development, these teachers stay at the forefront of the educational excellence, which just ensures that our classrooms are both challenging and supportive. Let's not forget about inclusivity and diversity. With students speaking over 85 different languages and coming from myriad of cultural backgrounds, our schools are just this vibrant tapestry of global cultures, all learning and growing together. This diversity, which enriches our community, broadens perspectives, and prepares our students for a globalized world. So whether you're a parent thinking about our child's education or a family planning your next big move, consider Brownsburg, because here, we don't just educate, we elevate. Pro number 3, the local economy and job market. This place is just seriously on the rise, and it's not just about growth, it's about creating real opportunities for folks like you and me or anybody else that wants to come here. But so here's the scoop. Our town, it's become this amazing melting pot of businesses. You've got everything from cutting edge tech startups to those charming shops downtown that just feel like they're straight out of a storybook. And the best part, everyone supports each other here. It feels like being a part of a family where everyone's rooting for your success. And get this, Brownsburg is quickly turning around into a hub for racing companies. Yeah. If you're into motorsports, this place is becoming a go-to spot. It's not just about fast cars, about fast-growing opportunities in an industry that's just as thrilling as the races themselves. But job opportunities are diverse as they come. Tech enthusiasts, retail gurus, and manufacturing pros all find doors that are wide open. And if you're in healthcare, there's a place for you here too. New facilities popping up, and there's just a real need for healthcare heroes who are ready to make a difference. But living and working here, it's like being a part of something special. It's not just about making a living or it's about making a life, and that's what sets Brownsburg apart. You're not just another face in the crowd, you're a key part of this community. From day one, you feel at home, which is, you're just embraced by a community that's excited to have you. So if you're pondering your next move or know someone looking for a great place to land, tell them to check out Brownsburg. It's a place where you really can thrive, especially if you've got a need for speed and a heart for community. Trust me, Brownsburg is not just a place to live, but it's a place to really live up. Pro number 4, recreation and community events. It's not just about the schools and the jobs here, which are all great, but there's another side of this, which is just fun, activities, things that bring this community together and just kind of add that special zest to living here. First off, I'm talking about the parks and the recreation. It's home to some of the most beautiful parks in the region, complete green space, modern playgrounds, and just several miles of walking and biking trails, which are just perfect for a family outing, just to get out in nature or leisurely stroll, take the dogs out, etc. You name it. That's just kind of the tip of the iceberg. But this community calendar, events all year long that just cater to every age and interest, from, the annual Brownsburg Festival, live music, local food, artists and crafts, movie nights, under the stars, you name it, at Arbuckle Park, or just any sense to bring that community together is definitely what they, that they foster. But for the sports enthusiasts, Brownsburg doesn't disappoint. The leagues here, from soccer to baseball to basketball and even pickleball, offer a fantastic way for you just to dive into the local sports scene, meet new people, stay active, whether you're, whether it's on the sidelines cheering for a friend or a family member or your kid. It's just all about that community spirit here. So, don't forget about our farmers market, running the spring through the fall. It's just a place where local farmers, bakers, crafters, they all just come together and provide, fresh produce, just a good meeting spots. And that generally is on like a Thursday that happens. But when the sun goes down and Brownsburg lights up with its vibrant nightlife, concerts, outdoor plays, food festivals, it's just a fun place. It's a fun place just to gather everybody, enjoy a concert in the park, and the entertainment, it's never far away. But here in Brownsburg, it's all about living well, enjoying life together, and where, every event feels like a family reunion. And every park bench, there's a story to it. So whether you're looking for action or relaxation in Brownsburg, you'll find a community ready just to welcome you with open arms and a calendar full of fun. I've gone through 4 pros, but let's go on to cons. There's not many, but there's a few. One of them being limited transportation. Let's have a real talk about getting around here in Brownsburg. If you're coming from a big city where there's subways and buses and just a good transportation system, which is a part of your daily schedule, you might notice something different about this charming town. Public transit options, pretty slim. We have some bus services, but mainly just cover a few key routes, which means they might not always get you to where you need to go, which can be a problem, especially on your schedule. But here in Brownsburg, we're big on the freedom of driving. It's pretty much woven into the fabric of our daily life, having your own car. Not something that maybe everybody has, but it's a key part of living here, and it gives you just the freedom to go to work, take kids to school. We're just having an escape, to all the various places around here. But there's truly something liberating about that. But let's flip the coin for a moment. This also means you'll need to plan out a bit more if you don't drive, whether it's coordinating with neighbors or for a ride share, getting familiar with our, limited bus routes, or just even biking around. We're pretty bike friendly here, but it's all about finding what works for you. And while you might miss the extensive public transport network, larger cities what gets you in return is the tight-knit community feel of Brownsburg. It's kind of the place where people wave as they drive by, and you'll see familiar faces when you're out and about. Plus, the lack of buses and trains means our streets are quieter and safer for those, morning jogs or leisurely activity, afternoon walks. So if you're planning to move here, just think of visiting, think about getting around, embrace the independence of driving, creative alternates for routes, and just having the open road at your doorstep. For many of us, that's a dream come true. But that's one of them. Moving on to con number 2, which is my elephant in the room, and one that is my biggest. You're right, if there's any cons, I'll make a lot of them for this one, but this is the weather. Coming from Southern California to Indiana, that was a huge change. I've been all over the country, but particularly here in Brownsburg, Indiana, we really do get a taste of every season, and each one paints our town in a new light. I love watching the leaves change in the fall. It's gorgeous, and those spring blooms, absolutely beautiful. But yes, winters can be a tad bit chilly. Snow shoveling might become your new hobby sometimes, but summers, they definitely can get hot, perfect for the pool days and barbecues. But now let me level with you about the wind. Coming from Southern California and having lived in different parts of the country, the wind here in Indiana was a total game changer, still is. But it's not just a breeze. It can really whip up, whether it's sending hats flying off at a baseball game or bringing that biting chill in the winter. The wind adds a whole new layer to our weather experience. It's something you don't really think about until you feel it, and it definitely took some getting used to. So if you're coming from a place with a steady climate, a year-round of 75 or thereabouts, our winter here might take some adjusting, but definitely you'll appreciate it. But there's a beauty in that change. It keeps things fresh and exciting. Plus, it's a great conversation starter about how you've adapted to enjoy your, and endure the shifting seasons. But overall, it's well worth it here. Coming in at con number 3, growth and development pains. And here's a biggie about living in Brownsburg. The town's growth, although there's a ton of it, we're on the move, growing and transforming daily. Just take a walk around and you'll see the evidence everywhere. From the early morning rattle to construction to new buildings, which, are definitely changing the skyline. Progress is in full swing. Now, while all this growth brings a bit of the chaos, like the noise and the dust or the endless dance of traffic diversions around this town, it also spells out a thriving, dynamic community. We're talking major projects like the expansion of Ronald Reagan Parkway and the construction of new roundabouts to improve traffic flow. These aren't just changes, they're upgrades to make our town even better, whether we like it or not right now, but it will be. But there's more, new developments that are not just about making our town look new, but also making life here better. Think about it. More local shops, new parks, better roads, and yes, while the traffic and construction noise can be a headache, I don't disagree. Remember, we're building more than just buildings. We're crafting this community that's ready for the future. So take the Ronald Reagan Parkway extension, for instance. This project is all about connecting our community more smoothly and just opening up new opportunities for local businesses and commuters. Or for the upgrades at the airport, the road lift station, which are all about keeping our town running efficiently. So yeah, it can feel a bit chaotic sometimes with all the construction and new developments, but it's also incredibly exciting because it means Brownsburg is a place people want to be. It's all about laying down the foundations, quite literally, for a future that benefits all of us. We're not just witnessing growth, we're a part of it. And trust me, once all these projects wrap up and you see the new facilities, improved roads, and beautiful public spaces, and we've made it all through it, you'll see how this hustle and bustle was worth it. We're on this journey together. We're building, Brownsburg ready for tomorrow, essentially. You got a taste for life in Brownsburg and think you might want to join the fun? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more local insights. Drop a comment below if you have any questions, if you want to know more about another town, or just share what you love about your own town. Let's keep exploring together.